I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce you to Luke's story. When Luke was in late primary school, he was diagnosed with Friedreich's ataxia. FA is a debilitating, life-shortening, degenerative neuromuscular disorder which affects about 1 in 30,000 people in Australia and New Zealand. It is most commonly diagnosed between the ages of 5 and 18 years and robs children and young adults of their mobility. 1 in 90 people are carriers of FA and don't even know it until it affects their family. There is so many charities and causes we're asked to give money to, but this one is something that I think is pretty special. He comes from a middle-class, hard-working family. Their home is not equipped or by any means modifiable to cope with this disease. So I implore you to keep watching and picture yourself or one of your children in Luke's shoes.
I'm Luke, I'm 19, I've got Friedreich's ataxia, which is a neuromuscular condition. It's very rare.
Well, when Luke was in year 6, his teacher brought to our attention that he was struggling when he would stand up, he would lose his balance.
It makes it hard for me to walk and everything.
Requiring him to walk was really difficult. He could never walk in a straight line. He would always sort of wobble from side to side, run into people or run into the corners of walls and things like that.
My day usually looks like I get out of bed in the morning, I hop in my chair and then go to the toilet and do all the morning stuff, like cleaning my teeth and whatever.
I was a bit like he was drunk.
Lunchtime I go down in the kitchen and get my lunch and bring it back up here, up to the lounge room, and do stuff up here.
So we went to the doctors and sent to a paediatrician. He had no idea, never heard of, no idea, sent us to a neurologist up the coast. He was really good. We did a few tests. He wouldn't say what he thought it was. He said it could be good, it could be bad.
And watch a movie maybe. And then in the afternoon I go outside and do my exercises that I need to do. It usually takes about an hour.
So we had some blood tests done, a DNA test done, and the results came back that he had Friedreich's ataxia.
At night time, I just watch TV and then have a bath, which is tricky sometimes, well, most times. Oh, it's just tricky getting in and out of the bathtub.
It's rare. It's about 500 people in Australia have it.
I work 2 days a week at a farm doing bookkeeping.
Say 50,000 in America. I don't know about the rest of the world, but...
And I volunteer on Fridays at my old high school with special needs kids that need extra help.
So not a lot is known about it. There is no cure.
And then I head off to bed and yeah, so that's it.
You could get diabetes, which is treatable. You can get scoliosis, which can be operated on if it became really bad. There are things with foot deformities, which can be operated on as well. So some of the things that he could get from it can be treated, but not to get rid of the condition completely, which is degenerative. It does get worse.
Well, I wish my friends knew that the reason I don't go out with them and stuff is because of FA, what I've got, and that it's just more challenging to do everything. Like if they want to go bowling or go out to the movies, it's a lot harder for me.
He never told any of his friends what it was. He kept it to himself. No one knew about it. The teachers did know. But it was sort of becoming obvious, but he didn't want to say anything to anyone.
I'm happy when I'm just doing normal everyday things like playing with the dog or things that anyone can do, you know, like. And when my family comes down, when my brothers come home, it's always good because they don't see me any different. Like, I just do everything they do, and yeah, so that's good.
He still had trouble walking, but he was still walking. He could run as best as he could, but as time went on, the ability to run and play sports diminished, and he would sit there and basically watch his friends play.
My physiologist, that I go to every Thursday, she gave me exercises that I do using a rubber band, like a thick rubber band. Then I do stuff like pull it and do other stuff and rows and stuff. And I do a lot of squats to keep my muscles in my legs working.
He had troubles cutting things out with scissors. Writing became, a length of time would become hard. His hands would ache and his writing's really shocking.
I do the exercises to keep my muscles strong so that I'm more independent. I'm not relying on anyone else to do everything for me. Like, I can still get myself to the toilet and have a bath and do everything else, everything important that I need to do. I can do it, but it just takes a bit longer and it's a bit harder than everyone else. Most of the time, yeah, it wears me out.
So he'd negotiate school by using the walls and the benches, bag racks, any railing that was there. He would negotiate through that.
The hardest part would usually, on the days that I have to work, I go down the stairs, the backyard stairs, and there's about 12-14 steps that I need to go down by myself without the wheelchair. And then one of my parents carries the wheelchair downstairs for me, and then I go to the car and I'll be...
That was the main thing, wasn't it? About he didn't want to go to school because it was not so much the lessons, it was just getting around.
Getting around, leaving home.
Leaving his safety.
Leaving his safety. He felt safe here. There was no one that was going to laugh at him, make fun of him.
I look up to both my brothers, Josh and Sam. Sam lives in Melbourne. He's a paramedic, and he's always inspiring me to keep doing my exercises and just to keep going. And Josh is always nagging me to sit up straight and everything else that big brothers do. So
he's got to think about everything. Like, for us to get from here to there, we just get up and go. But Luke's got to think about, it's a big deal.
Well, my interest would be like building Lego, because I don't have to move or walk or anything. I can do it. It's just easy for me to do. And same goes with PlayStation and whatever.
This house isn't really designed for this, is it?
No, we didn't buy this house originally thinking we're going to have a child in a wheelchair. It's not designed to his best interests. Once he is up here, he usually stays up here because of the stairs, and it's just a hassle.
And playing with the dog as well, yeah. Lucy is my dog. She's about 15 months old, and she's a Labradoodle, and she's a terror. She goes crazy sometimes, but she's lovable at the same time. She gives me lots of cuddles and licks and everything.
You often hear crash bang. He's gone through the wall in the toilet once before. FA
affects the muscles in your body, like legs and arms and everything, but it also affects the heart, which is a muscle, obviously. And I'm feeling that I don't have as much energy as I did a few years ago, or last year even. So, yeah. But I hate having it. But I do have it. Sometimes I wish I could have a refund.
As you can see, Luke has tried hard to maintain a positive, happy outlook on life. But the reality of it is that we have seen this insidious disorder steal Luke's mobility and independence. Since the filming of Luke's story, his family have decided that they need to sell the family home and re-establish themselves in a place that will better accommodate Luke's ever-growing needs. It would be so wonderful to raise enough funds to make really positive changes in his life. Any money that you can afford to give to help Luke would be hugely appreciated.